I wasn't even late, man. I was like 3 minutes late.
I wasn't even late. I was only 3 minutes late.
Damn. Yeah. It's all an oxymoron.
Yeah.
You're an oxymoron.
I know. Pretty ugly.
What the fuck does that have to be? Pretty ugly. It is Sunday, May 7th, 2018. This is the Bulldog Unchained podcast. I'm your host, the King of Villains, Bulldog Malenko. Joining me this week, once again, we have Tucker Harvey.
What up?
And Knubsie Slow.
It's your boy.
By the way, it's May 6th.
Yeah, sure, May 6th. Right on. I don't know what fucking day it is.
I hope to God it ain't fucking Monday.
Cinco de Mayo part 2. Oh, Backlash.
Is that tonight?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Goddamn, I'm glad you said that. I would have forgot.
I don't know. It's not, they didn't hype it up at all. Backlash has been like, whatever.
Well, I mean, it's going to be kind of hard to top Greatest Royal Rumble.
The box.
Or Botchamania.
Yeah. Really.
So, by the way, I want to talk about that real quick. So, on Jim and Sam that I listen to, Jim Norton, Sam Roberts. So, Jim was out on Friday, and Corey Graves joined Sam Roberts all day.
Oh.
Dude. So, Sam brings up the video clip, and he goes, Corey, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you this video clip. And I want you to describe to me what's happening. And Corey starts laughing immediately before they even play the clip because he knows what's about to happen. They show him the clip again of him losing his shit when Titus disappears. And he loses his shit to losing his shit. It was like Inception of laughter. Oh, it's fucking great. So I went back and yesterday I watched that video yesterday morning probably 10 more times. I don't think it's ever going to not be funny.
It was fucking great.
Like, motherfucker just... And they were they were talking about different things about it, and they were like, had he just fallen partially under the ring, it wouldn't have been as funny. You know, but the fact that a 6'7", 280-pound guy completely disappeared under the ring and had to crawl out backwards.
He looked like fucking what happened to the Wicked Witch of the West during Wizard of Oz. All you saw was the feet.
And Corey Graves even said, he goes, let's talk for a minute about how tragic this could have been. He goes, if that's Monday Night Raw or Tuesday Night SmackDown, that's an LED board. He was like, it probably would have caved his skull in. And he goes, if you look when the apron flips up, there was a cross support beam that was 3 inches to the right of him. Wow. And then he goes, and then there's the apron, the actual support beam on the edge. He was like 3 inches to the right or 2 inches higher as he's falling, it decapitates him. He's like, and then it's not funny. But it didn't happen, so it's hilarious.
Yeah, as fast as he was moving, that could have been bad.
Dude.
Like, real bad.
Oh, man. I wish he would have came out with a chair or something.
Just like he was supposed to do it.
He was supposed to do it. Like,
he plays it off like he was looking for a weapon.
Like, he's a foreign object. That would have been more funnier. He just would have pulled a chair out or a table or a ladder. He came out with a Kindle stick or some shit. This motherfucker had a plan.
It was craziness. So what's been going on this week?
What's today? The 6th?
Cinco is yesterday.
Yeah, oh yeah, we've been through this. I just woke up, so I had to work at the bowling alley overtime last night. So,
are the lanes good and greased?
Yeah, I got lane 7 looking spit and span.
Got a little.
Was that a cultural reference?
Yeah.
Throw a little tequila in because it was Cinco.
Yeah, a little
Want to
bit.
celebrate the holiday.
Oh yeah.
He used lime juice.
Mix that
some salt. Break it down real quick.
So I was talking to Tucker before you got here about on YouTube Red the Cobra Kai series.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It is fucking awesome.
Is it free?
No, YouTube Red is the paid service.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, you gotta pay for it, but it is totally worth it. Not here. It's all good. Come in, buddy. What are you doing?
I will send you a text. I have to leave. That's why I was.
So are we postponing?
What? Yeah, we have to.
Where are you going?
I will send you a text.
Emergency?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right, love you. Be careful.
Bye, Danielle.
There was the lovely Danielle dropping in for a brief moment.
Hi. I waved. She didn't wave back.
Oh, that reminds me. If she's about to send a text, I forgot to turn the sound off on my phone. And look, I would have been that fucking guy.
The one.
That was me last week.
Yeah, right? And then he tried to blame it on other people.
Yeah. That's way on Haley. Then it goes off another 40 minutes later.
And she's like, that's in your pocket.
I knew it was you.
I knew you. I can't have my cell phone on ringtone because I have a heart condition.
You even made her second guess herself, which was funny.
Right?
Maybe it was my phone.
I do that shit to her all the time. I'll be like, no. And she's like,
ET didn't phone home.
so, yeah, the Cobra Kai show, 10 episodes. They're about 30 minutes each. Me and Haley burned through that shit Friday night.
Damn, son.
Yeah, dude, 5 hours, man. We invest, and by the time we got to episode 7, we were both tired because we didn't start it till like midnight or 1 o'clock or something like that.
Damn, son.
Yeah, but once we started it, it was we got to soldier through this.
Yeah.
Like we got to get to the end because it was too good to just bail out on and try to come back. No, it is definitely a show where if you start watching it, don't have any plans. Because you're not going anywhere.
Just gonna be watching that.
Those fire stick users, you could find it.
Yeah.
It's great. And then I was also telling Tucker that so I haven't watched Walking Dead for about the past 3 years, just because
That show really went to shit.
it
really did.
it's no longer about zombies. It's really now it's Mad Max. That's all it is.
Which I love Mad Max, and I wouldn't even put that comparison to
Right.
because I love Mad Max.
Right, because it's like Mad Max is overly dramatic and dramatized, and But yeah, Walking Dead just kind of took a turn for the worse for me, and I was like, well, now it's just about surviving factions of people warring with each other. It's just post-apocalyptic world. Whatever.
It's normal world. Now.
Right.
We've
returned to normalcy.
We've returned to normal.
Yeah, but
We just don't have an orange guy as president yet in that.
No.
yesterday
No.
I did just on a whim. I was messing around on Hulu and started and finished the first season of Fear the Walking Dead. And my whole intent was, I was like, fuck it, I'll give this 2 episodes. I never wanted to watch it because I was like, well, The Walking Dead has gone to hell. This isn't going to be any better. Better.
No, yeah, it's really
Better, way better. So much better. It starts from day one. Like, before the goddamn outbreak really even happens. Like, you basically, I mean, did we see Patient Zero? Is that who the girl is in the first episode?
I don't think so.
No, because the kid makes reference for the 5 states of virus
for
viral
that
outbreak.
area.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah, for LA. Yeah,
Because
but the kid at school makes reference to the
within-
viral outbreak in 5 states.
within the showtime, maybe a day, you start hearing about everything else. So maybe Patient Zero in LA. Yeah, it probably was.
Yeah, in the church/drug den. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. And instead of, I mean, yeah, you see plenty of zombies and shit, but it focuses more on how quickly society will break down if and when something like that happens. Like, just how quickly everything goes to shit.
Oh, I've been saying it for a while. All it is a drug. It's one fucked up, mixed up thing that they do,
Yeah.
which it's getting close.
Yeah.
You've seen all these retards.
Hold up.
I mean, it's bad.
It's already here. Now they just have to figure out how to
what was that shit called?
Waka Flocka.
Yeah, Flocka. That was, yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure if we just combine Flocka with bath salts, there it is, right there.
Zombie apocalypse.
Dude, that
And throw
motherfucker.
some fucking meth in there.
We've already seen Patient Zero in our life. That dude was in Miami.
Oh yeah.
He was eating that motherfucker's face off, butt naked. That dude was like a fucking. He was going for a master's degree
Yeah, he was smart.
Yeah,
I just listened to that on Sword and Scale. They
dude, that guy, like, he wasn't some drug junkie. Like, he wasn't a homeless bum. He wasn't. This was a fucking college student that was going somewhere in life, and then he ends up butt naked gnawing on a homeless guy's face, and the cop had to shoot him 7 times.
Yeah,
he shot him like 5 times in the chest, and the dude kept coming.
Well, that's like
when I first saw that report, I was still married, living in Somerville, and I went, okay, here we go. Like, that was my immediate thought.
4 years ago?
No, it was long. It was
like a while.
It was like 2011, 2012. Let me see if I can look that up. Go ahead, and what were you going to say?
I was just going to reference the other one. I don't remember where it was, but the guy that was running at the bus, trying to get the bus and started bashing his head against the front window and didn't stop. Like, just kept smashing his head like full force into this bus window. That bus window ain't going anywhere.
God damn.
And I don't know if the one that was down in Mexico was real or not. The chick they had restrained in the back of the truck that was like growling and like snapping at the cops. I don't know if that was like a setup thing or if that was real, but that was fucked up too. And that wasn't that long ago.
Wait, what?
The chick down in Mexico that they had her like restrained in the back of the truck, had her like handcuffed to shit in the back of the truck where she couldn't move, and she was literally like growling and snapping, like trying to bite the police. They had no idea what to do with her. But I'm pretty sure it was down in Mexico or something like that. But it was one of those, like, anymore people are so good with video, you don't know if you can trust it or not. It's like, yeah, it could be real. Could be clickbait.
Got it. May 26, 2012. So almost 6 years ago.
Yeah, it's even close.
And it's only gotten worse. I mean, it's still there.
You can get on YouTube and search for videos of people on Flakka, FLAKKA, and that shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, if I ever see anyone coming toward me acting like that, I will kill you because I have a legitimate fear of this zombie shit. Like, I would rather face a judge and be alive and have to explain to a judge and a jury, look, this is a legitimate fear. Like, they're conditioning us for something. They're trying to soften the blow, kind of like how some people think that they're doing with all the alien movies and extraterrestrial movies. They're just trying to soften the blow and numb us.
So we don't freak out when it does happen?
When they do reveal it, yeah. And, some
Mars
people...
Attacks is real, folks.
Come back. We are your friends. Do not run. We are your friends.
We will not hurt you.
As they're vaporizing everybody.
Don't worry about him. He was a bad guy. That movie was so damn funny.
That movie's great.
Dude, I know I'm not the only one. Like, I know that there are going to be plenty of people listening to this that can agree. Yeah, that's a legitimate fear. Yeah. Like, fuck all of that.
And the thing is, doesn't think is just part of the problem.
The thing is, though, here's the problem. You ask anybody, how will you react when the zombie outbreak happens? Oh, I'm going to do this and this and this, and, I've got a plan, and blah, blah, blah. And you want to know what the reality is? Of the three of us in here, the three of us are most likely to be dead in the first week. Do you know why? Because all three of us are decent people, and when you see someone who is on the ground hurt and they look fucked up, you're going to stop to help them. You're going to be like, oh, shit, are you okay? Blah, blah, blah. And you get down and you get bit.
Yeah, because you didn't see his buddy in the bushes that was going to jump on your back.
No, by that person.
I meant the other one that you didn't see.
Oh, well.
That was already feeding on the bird or dog or whatever they got.
But that's just it. It's something so far out of the norm that's how so many people will die in the first 21 to 28 days. Like, literally, our society will collapse in 2 to 4 weeks. It will be done. Like, when they show all of LA and the lights just going out completely, and that's it. It's gone. That was less than 2. It was like 6 days, 7 days.
I don't remember the time frame in that show. It's been so long since I've seen the first season. I don't remember, but it wasn't long.
No. And
But that's how fast it would spread, though. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, especially, okay, first of all, if it starts as a viral outbreak, half the population is already fucked. Look at all these people that are susceptible to colds and flus, and they go get these flu shots and blah. There you go.
Well, drugs.
There's the bet of how it will happen.
Drugs in general, though.
Yeah.
Like, look at how big of a problem the heroin issue is.
Where we live, yeah.
There it is. That's what that was.
Yep. Yeah, and Fear
was
the
shooting
Walking
up,
Dead. Yep.
and
In Fear the Walking Dead, it started as a drug, and then it spread to a viral outbreak.
All it takes is one guy to be like, I think I made this. And here you go. Who wants some free heroin? And then there it's gone.
It's crazy.
Which I'm sure I haven't seen that show in like 1 or maybe 2 years, but I'm sure they're gonna find out there was one guy that started it. Kind of like God, what was that show? Quarantine. You remember that, where they're all quarantined into the building?
Yeah.
And the guy upstairs
Yep.
that released the rats that had it in it.
Yeah.
He knew it would happen.
Well, that's like
I think it's gonna be something like that.
that's like 28 days later. The people that went in to save the chimps and all that in that research lab.
Oh, yeah.
And they had created rage.
Mm-hmm.
And they thought they were coming in to save these chimpanzees and shit, and they opened the goddamn cage door and here we go, we're off and running.
Yeah.
Same thing, Planet of the Apes, the simian flu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Except that just made apes smarter. Yeah. And I don't know what's scarier, man, dealing with something that can rip your arms off and beat you to death with it, or a person that you don't realize is fucked up and gone. You just think they're hurt and they just bite you and now you're fucked.
That's okay. The Rock will befriend the biggest one, and
he better. We're counting on you, Dwayne.
Isn't that who was in Rampage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
DJ better have his shit together.
Dwayne Johnson.
I love that
Hold
game
up.
too.
Stop.
There we go.
Dwayne Rain Johnson. Dwayne. Oh my God! You are the most magical creature on this planet.
It's the walk.
Dwayne Rain Johnson. He's my favorite wrestler.
He's the walk.
My name's in there. The walk.
Dude, when Dirt Nap listens to this episode, he's just immediately gonna go, God damn it, I wish I was there.
Did he even listen to the episode?
Yeah, he listened to last week's.
He said?
He evidently messaged Haley, was like, I love the episode. It was funny.
Is that all he said?
I know Elliot really valued the poop talk, because we were talking about it yesterday. He's like, I've been there. He's like, I do exactly what you're talking about. That look of fear.
Yeah, when you go to fart and there's no trumpet noise of joy, you just feel the mud.
There it is.
You just feel mud in your pants and a deep sense of shame.
He's like, we've all been there. We know that look.
And so many people want to lie about it. You know how many people I know, whenever I tell any story about like when I was sick and I pooped my pants at the stoplight. And
that's the worst.
Right. And people go, man, what? I've never pooped my pants as an adult. You lying sack of shit.
Oh,
liar. You probably did it within the past 2 weeks. Shut up. Don't lie to me.
I did it once in the past 2 years. I know it happened.
Right.
I'm fucking almost
I think
30.
the last time was like last August, I think.
Like you get,
it was just an
there's
accidental,
no
like, oh no. Like I felt it touch the underwear. And I was like, oh, damn it.
There's no way you've never been like, oh, this fart's going to be savage. And you're just like, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh.
It's dripping out the bottom of your pant leg.
Shit. Literal shit.
I wonder if a girl ever like shits her pants wearing yogas.
At least it keeps it contained.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a kink thing.
Yeah, right.
Like
I'm sure you could Google search videos of that right now.
Like the whole farting and cake farts. Have you seen that bullshit? They brought that up on like one of the podcasts I was listening to. I was like, is this shit real?
So fucked up.
I don't want to see no girl shit her pants.
I was like, don't you ruin that fucking cake. You fucking bitch.
Fucking American.
That was perfectly good cake.
People in Ethiopia starving for cake and we're just shitting on it.
Fuck Ethiopia. I'm a fat kid.
Right? We're starving for cake.
We're starving in America. Yeah, homeless.
Like, could you cut the corner of that at least? Goddamn.
Hold on. Can I get a slice before you do this?
We put it to the back so the camera doesn't catch it.
Yeah, miss this part right here. And let me get the part that didn't get doo-doo
Yeah.
cocky.
Just turn it around and spread the icing a little more.
Yeah.
Can you believe this shit? Can you believe this shit?
I
That
don't wanna-
bitch frosted me like a cake.
I don't want to get pink eye from cake.
Oh my god. That's how somebody farts in a pillow. That's how you get pink eye.
Hey, be careful of the pullout. Remember, I'm down here. Fucking Zach and Miri make a porno.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so great.
And he's like,
I haven't watched that movie in a couple years. I need to
haven't
watch
either.
that again.
I fucking love me some Seth Rogen,
It's
too.
great.
Have you watched his comedy special?
Yes.
I've watched part of it. I haven't seen the whole thing yet, but it was
I
pretty
watched
damn funny.
I watched about the first 45 minutes of it. It was funny.
I
fell asleep.
I like
though.
how they started it with Nick Kroll. Come on, man.
Dude.
Can I be part of it? No.
The one on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've only gotten about halfway through it, but it was pretty good for the half I've watched.
I'll check it out.
I'm telling you, our idea that we had collectively about this all-star movie,
Oh man,
It-
it would be good.
I don't think it would be hard to pull off either.
You would more or less we'd more or less be remaking, but better, End of the World.
Yeah, this is the end.
This is the end.
Yeah. Yeah, except that the star power would be 10 times more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
honestly
saying.
think,
It would be.
I honestly think, aside from just the funny people that you could get for this, I think that if you did something like this, you could get people like Johnny Depp and Brad Pitt that would want to be on board and just have the most hilarious cameos.
Just
like
a
they're only
cameo,
on screen
yeah.
for 30 seconds. George Clooney,
Well, that was
my
like
arch nemesis.
fuck. What was the one that Tom Cruise was in? You didn't even know it was Tom Cruise till the end.
Goddamn Tropic Thunder, man.
Yeah.
Les,
Oh, yeah.
Les
In the very end, you're like,
Grossman.
what
Oh,
the
man.
fuck?
Les Grossman. It took me half the movie to figure out who that was, and then all of a sudden, when he's like, "Oh yeah, flaming dragon, fuck face," and it zeroed it, like zoomed in on his face. I was like, "That's Tom Cruise." Oh my god!
That was like one of
With
the best
hairy
cameos
forearms.
ever.
Oh
yeah.
my- I wanted them to make a movie about him. I want a
do
movie.
one.
I want a movie called The Producer,
Oh, yeah.
and it's just about Les Grossman.
That would
That'd
be
be
pretty
great.
good.
He was hilarious.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I didn't even know. I was like, wow.
Get someone to go to Da Nang, get some of that booty sweat.
Oh yeah, that's it. Give him some of Albert's ass water.
I'm glad I got some of this booty sweat when I was in Da Nang.
Robert
Hold it
Downey,
up like,
Robert Downey Jr. was just fucking outstanding because just that part alone when he goes, I'm so thirsty. And he's like, we got some booty sweat. He goes, oh yeah, that's it. Get him sucking on some of Albert's ass water. Damn it.
he's like, what do you mean, you people?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What do you mean, you people?
You're Australian. Be Australian. Throw another shrimp on the barbie. I'm sorry a dingo ate your baby. Hey, that's a real story, man. Kid died.
I'm just a dude.
Crocodile Dundee. Hey, that man's a national treasure. You're crossing the line, kid.
I'm just a dude that's playing a dude who's
Dressed
playing
up-
another dude.
Yeah, dressed up as another dude.
He's like, I'll give him a little bit of that gumbo. Yeah.
You never go full retard.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting in the bathtub laughing at your own farts.
I do that now. Shit.
That movie is so underrated. And like you know how many people I know that if you say anything about Tropic Thunder, like, oh, the movie's so dumb. I'm like,
Oh, man.
I'm convinced that anybody that thinks that movie sucks or is dumb hasn't watched it.
Yeah.
Because if you can watch that movie and not laugh hysterically all throughout it, you're broken. There's something wrong. It's like Grandma's Boy. Grandma's Boy is
Oh
the
my
funniest
God.
movie ever made.
That's the fucking
Fight me.
greatest.
Fight me. Grandma's Boy is the funniest movie ever made.
The
Like
great white squirrel. Who wants some?
no, the Gray Bush. Who wants a piece of the
Yeah,
Gray
yeah,
Bush?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Yeah. Fuck.
All right, you fucking nerds. Who wants a shot at the champ? Woo!
I am not a robot.
That's it. Oh, my
I like
God.
robot vaginas. Please sit on my face. That was not appropriate. Dude, like
wouldn't mind
that's
that
another
so much,
thing.
though.
Alan Covert, who plays Alex in that movie, he wrote that. He needs to write more movies.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, but he's been a part of a lot of writing, though.
he's like Adam Sandler's right hand guy for the Happy Madison Productions. Yeah, oh yeah, Alan Covert does a lot of stuff, but I don't think we need a sequel to Grandma's Boy.
Oh, I think we do.
I don't know.
They have to come back like with his game.
Yeah.
like
could
come
be
back
good.
where his game is coming out and dipshit works for him. The what
PJ?
was the fucking name? Yeah, he works for him.
JP,
And he can no longer have his office with all of his techno and shit playing. He has to work in a cubicle out front.
Just
Careful's my middle name. Actually, no, it's not. It's Philip.
I like when they punk him at the party.
Hey, JP, we're getting blasted. Where the fuck you at?
Dude, I think your grandma smoked your pot.
I am a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
I can feel my hair growing.
I am not amused. The best part when Alan comes out of Samantha's office, or Alex, when he walks out of Samantha's office, JP's standing there against the wall and has his coat pulled up and everything. And he goes,
"How'd you say?"
Hey, JP, what's going on? Just thinking about my game. Oh, how's that going? People will bow to it. Yeah, that's fucking weird. And he walks away and he goes, I hate your face. What was that? Nothing. And he pulls the coat back up and he's like, you're fucking weird, man. And he walks away and JP goes, how could he see me?
How could he see?
I want a friend like that.
JP.
I want someone that's so completely oblivious to reality
That's Dirt Nap.
that they... Dirt Nap wearing a long black trench coat thinking he can blend in with a black wall. God damn it.
We can see you, Dirt Nap. Your gums is everywhere.
Yeah, but doesn't he not ever wear sleeves? So
No.
there's a dead
Right,
giveaway.
yeah.
All you see is an arm.
You see those guns.
He has like a jacket post right here on his forearm. That's it. I can see your arm, Dirt Nap. Your bicep. I see your bicep. It's right there.
Oh my god.
No, but I think a sequel where the roles are reversed.
It could be
and he's
good.
running the company and JP has to work out of a fucking cubicle. I think that would be hilarious.
That'd be great. Book and Vince.
And all the little gamer nerds are what's
Plus,
running
you also
everything.
have to realize the time that's gone by. That movie came out in 2005.
Fuck yeah, it was a
That
long
was
time
13
ago.
years ago.
Super Troopers 2 just dropped.
Right.
I haven't
mean,
seen that yet.
I'm
give
not
my,
a Super Troopers fan.
I love Super Troopers.
God, I fucking love that one.
I've tried to give that first movie. I've tried to watch it like 6 times, and I just everybody else is cracking up. It's kind of like Anchorman for me. I'm like Anchorman has about 3 funny parts that actually make me laugh, and the rest of it, I'm just like.
What about Step Brothers?
Step Brothers is one of the that's like the second funniest movie ever made.
That movie's great.
Dude,
right
when you have John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell together,
It's fucking retarded.
yeah, you're
Wrap it up.
good.
Talladega Nights.
Oh my god, I
Brothers.
love that movie. But you know what sucks?
You just superimposed
A lot of
my
people
face
like
over my
semi-pro. I'm not a semi-pro fan.
I like
man.
Semi-Pro.
Blades of Glory.
I love that one.
I thought that was pretty funny.
It's okay.
Get inside your face. That's my favorite line of the whole movie.
Like, it was funny enough that I watched it a couple times. I probably wouldn't go back and watch it. It's
Right.
not one of those. Step Brothers I can watch. Fucking
Step Brothers I can put on at any
every
time.
month, yeah. Same with
Mom,
Talladega Nights.
watching the
or
thing with the lady.
Grandma's Boy.
Grandma, I probably have seen Grandma's Boy. It may be a tie for. Oh, God, I may have seen Grandma's Boy more than any other movie.
And then back to what we've said, I don't know how many times, fucking Pauly Shore. Biodome.
I
Biodome,
make it a
son-in-law.
I make it a point
in
to
the
watch
army
Biodome
now.
at least every other month.
That's a
I fucking love that
That's a
movie.
little bit too much bow, though.
Check this out. You gotta check out what I just discovered. Faulkner has 3 nipples. Yes, I know. Wait, Faulkner's got a 3rd nipple? Cool. No, that's not it. Come on.
It's just a dome within a dome. They should go back and make another one of those. Because remember at the end of the movie, they go by the next place. He's like, dude, it looks like a mall over there. Like, go back and do that.
Hey,
Oh, my God.
I need to go back and watch the end of that. Because might that be the same 2 guys from the end of In the Army Now? Like, you know, when they're having the barbecue in the parking lot in front of the stereo store, and they're right next to the recruiting office. and the two guys are walking toward the recruiting office, and the one friend's telling the other, "It's just 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year, man. We get paid for this."
Before they walk in.
Yeah, I think it might be the same two guys. Also, and
I mean, it's the same movie series.
Tenacious D's in Biodome.
Oh yeah, where they're all doing the massage thing,
and they're singing about the trees. Because if we couldn't save some freaking trees,
these guys are just fucking punks that want to get laid.
There's a movie that we need. We need a second Tenacious D movie.
Oh yeah, I've seen a little bit of Pick of Destiny. I've seen all of it.
That movie's great. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah,
Tenacious D and Pick of Destiny.
Oh yeah, I love some Tenacious D. They've been in a lot of shit. You realize they were in the background because I picked them out of Biodome pretty easy. That one's an easy one. But there's been some other shit where they show up in the background like a house party, and you're like,
right?
What?
Nice.
Meanwhile, Jack Black has been in like huge movies too, but he's always willing to do these like goofy cameos with Kyle.
Yeah. Kyle's just like the bring along, like, dude, you gotta get in here with me.
What's the movie where Kyle plays the eunuch?
Oh shit! Because isn't that when they like go back in time for something stupid?
Year one.
Yeah, it is.
Year one. Because Jack Black and Michael Cera get brought into the fucking,
and he's already there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember him being in the robes and it being back in time.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name, but yeah, it's year one.
Yeah.
That one was okay movie.
I love that movie.
It was all right.
That movie makes me... there are so many... Just the amount of biblical references and how they reference them, hilarious to me. And then, I don't know his name. I do not know his name. But have you ever seen Bicentennial Man, where Robin Williams is the android?
Yeah, but it's been a long time since I've seen it.
Okay, I'm going to look this guy up.
That's an IMDb search there.
Yep. But the guy that plays basically the mystic, like the wizard in year one, and he's like, yeah, yes, and let that be a lesson to you.
Oh yeah.
Oliver
Platt.
Yes! Oh my god, I do know it.
Holy shit.
Oliver Platt. Knubsie Slow. Pulling out a fucking obscure... Like,
he must not be a comedian. Is he a comedian? That's how you know.
Kind of.
He's a little bit of a comedian. He's in a movie I liked a really long time ago. I can't remember what it was, though.
Like, he's in Ready to Rumble.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
He's the king.
Oh, I'm the king.
Dude, Oliver Platt in year one just kills me. Like,
yes, it's been a long time.
He cracks me up on the level of, what is it, Night at the Museum or Night at the Museum 2, Hank Azaria playing Kamun Ra.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that your breathing? Do you have asthma? I can barely hear myself think over your breathing. Fucking slave, because he's fucking clowning Darth Vader, and I'm like, is that your breathing? Are you asthmatic? I can't even hear myself think over your breathing. Hank Azaria is fucking killer too. And this bullshit about Apu from The Simpsons. Hey, all of you fucks that are super PC, drown yourself. Don't even shoot yourself. Just drown yourself.
What about Apu?
You haven't heard this shit? How like now people are like just against The Simpsons because Apu is the most racist character. Bitch, Apu's been around for 30 goddamn years. Eat a dick.
Yeah, but so has the Boy Scouts have been around for 108, but they're changing that shit.
Right. Ben Shapiro shut that shit down in the best way possible when he was at the college campus and that girl said, where does it say that girls or only boys can be in Boy Scouts? And he goes, in the name, Boy Scouts.
See,
and that girl was like...
The part that burns my ass about that, which I figured we would eventually hit that, is the Girl Scouts isn't changing.
Right.
So how the fuck? So why does one have to
change?
Hey,
a bunch of 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-year-old boys and girls camping together in the woods. What could possibly go wrong?
I've already seen a shitload of those memes.
Yeah. Yep. Dwight. Yeah. What could possibly go wrong? Fucking idiots.
Man. To be fair,
I mean, dude, okay, I used to, no joke, I used to go to I almost said it, but I used to go to church camp when I was a teenager. Even though I didn't believe in God. I went to church camp. Do you know why?
because
It was sex camp! It was awesome!
it's like band camp.
Dude! I got laid so much at church camp.
That's where Rusty Trombone came from.
It was... Like, for any kid that's going to church camp, if you can't get laid, you have no hope.
I feel bad.
Because let me tell
Go
you...
back to last week's conversation.
I don't... Yeah, right? The incels? Yeah. I don't know what it is, but if you are at a church camp for a week and you're surrounded by these girls that know that they're supposed to behave a certain way and blah, 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 for whatever reason, that's when they want their whoredom to be at its highest.
Hey, preacher daughters are normally the crazy ones.
Right?
100%.
Preachers, cops, daughters.
Hey, I worked with a preacher's daughter. She was a little
Billy
crazy.
was a preacher's son. Yeah. Billy was to take me walking. I like that song. It's a good song.
Go ahead, Nuzzy.
That's all
Do some
part of that.
karaoke right here live.
Nubsie.
That's about as far as I can get, though. Just the chorus.
Carrie Slokey.
Oh,
we're
We're gonna get you out to the nest one of these weekends and get you on some karaoke.
That's a hornet nest?
Yeah,
Okay.
Where is that?
we can get you enough shots. We'll get you doing karaoke.
Oh, yeah.
Where's the-
McCutcheonville,
Yeah, it's like
Earl, Indiana.
Boomville, New Harmony.
You go out there for karaoke?
Fuck it, Ian runs it.
What? I don't know about this. I need to go.
Yeah.
Is it every weekend?
Ian runs all entertainment out there. It's every Friday and Saturday.
Well, god damn it.
guess what?
They have a good crowd?
Yeah.
Let's do
Really?
it. Let's do it.
We need to go.
This Saturday.
But the best nights is when it's kind of like busy early, and then it just dies off about 11 o'clock, and then it's just all of us that just know each other, and we just get to be retarded.
No. I'm going to be there this Saturday.
Right? I'm a...
I'm going to shoot y'all a message headed to karaoke
But
right
yeah.
now.
Right, we'll schedule
But
this
yeah,
shit.
Enoch runs all the entertainment out there.
Oh, that's awesome.
We'll do it. Like,
Yeah, we throw some DJ sets out there.
I'll
after
bust down
everyone
Preacher
leaves.
son.
Let's get that.
I'll be sure to bring the cameras.
I figure you rip out some centerfold.
No, I can do that.
Jay Giles band.
The centerfold, is that song?
My blood runs cold.
Yeah.
My memory has just been sold. Angel is the centerfold. Angel is the
I
centerfold.
will have to say that the person I've seen karaoke that was the greatest I've ever seen was fucking Cody, the kid. Kid Collision. That kid, he'll turn the fucking screen and just rock that shit. He's fucking good at it.
I'm going to do Faith, but Limp Bizkit's Faith.
Fuck you, that's my song.
What you gotta have?
You go up there and request that while I'm in the room, and Ian will tell you no.
I figured your song would be Mississippi Queen.
Nah, I can't do that. That's only if I can do my own guitar parts. I don't need that shit.
Tucker's up there doing rockapella.
Until I hear her going, Mississippi Queen.
The bad part is that's the only part of that song I really know.
Journey, Don't Stop Believing.
Fuck white people.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you say?
Fucking white people.
I'm going to mix Journey's Don't Stop Believing with fucking Living on a Prayer.
I think you should mix Don't Stop Believing with Regulate.
Remember?
Warren G and Nate Dogg.
Regulators?
Jesus Christ! All your
It's just
cred
called Regulate.
fucking,
It's called Regulate.
Yeah.
all your cred just fucking
Right?
like throw
Non-street
your card down.
motherfucker.
Regulators. I know regulators. You said regulator. I was like,
Called Regulate.
It's called Regulate.
that's what I was called regulators.
And do you know if you do that in karaoke, the last verse isn't actually on any karaoke. You have to loop it and know it.
Oh, well, I mean, I know it as long as somebody's good on the loop.
Because Ian and Cody did it all the time, and Ian will just
I
loop.
laid all them busters down, I let my gut explode. Now I'm switching my mind back into freak mode.
Yeah,
if
if
you want
Ian-
skirts, sit back and observe. I just left a gang of hoes over there on the curb.
Yeah, because if Ian knows that you know it, like if someone goes up and requests it and they know it, he will loop the last part to see if you know it or not. Because it ain't going to come up on the screen. It's going to tell you the song's over. But he will loop it
G-Funk,
right there.
where rhythm is life and life is rhythm. If you know like I know, you don't want to step to this. It's the G-Funk era, funked out with a gangster twist. And if you smoke like I smoke, then you're high like every day. And if your ass is a buster, 213 will regulate.
And that's it. You have to know that because it ain't coming up on karaoke.
We gotta do this, man. We gotta get this down.
Yeah.
I want to hear Bulldog do some fucking
Divinals. That's what Jay Scott used to always put me up to. Like if Jay Scott was ever at karaoke with me, he would just go put a song in for me, and he'd be like, "Hey, buddy, I put you in for a song," and I'm like, "God damn it!" And it would be either one of two songs. It would be Cher, If I Could Turn Back Time.
That is awesome to see you do that. I've seen that.
Or it would be the Divinals, I Touch Myself.
Every time I think about me.
And the Divinals is when I think about you, I touch myself.
Anytime someone's like, "What should I sing?" That's what I say, and they're like, "God
I
damn it."
touch myself.
Who says that? This whole song was in my head last night as I was sweeping up the fucking bowling alley.
What? When I think about you, I touch myself.
No, it's fucking. I want to dance with somebody.
Whitney Houston, I want to dance.
Whitney.
That's why I thought it was fucking Cher. I was like, who is that?
Well,
That's Whitney.
Do you think Bobby Brown was chasing you down in there?
I don't know, man. Something was going down. I was just blurring that shit out. Like everybody was just watching me while I was having.
Now all I'm thinking about the Boondocks, where I was like, and Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown were in court again today. Bobby, don't hit me. See, we got this show, and on our show, it's my show, bitch.
I heard this like fucking knockoff of Jack and Diane. It's a country song, and it was like when I was Jack and you were Diane, and they had like the instrumental from Jack and Diane twisted a little bit. It was like a new country song, and this dude was like, "If you was Jack and I was Diane," it's like this dude's monotone as fuck. How's this on the radio?
No, what I want to hear you do is fucking Cult of Personality.
Oh, I can do that. I can do that all day.
I've tried to do it.
It's a hard song to
Ian's
do.
had me do it before, and it was just like, fuck.
It's a hard song to do.
Cult of Personality.
You gotta sustain some shit whenever
Yep.
you get up there.
Yeah, Shane used to make me sing that all the time.
It's the Cult of
Yeah, he'd do the,
Personality.
and he would always do the, I like to go fuck. Dick.
Is that part of the song?
No, when Shane Breedlove was alive, it was.
He died?
He was
Fuck, that
murdered, man.
Oh yeah.
That was several years ago.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
that was 2015.
Yeah, damn it, son. I forgot about that.
That was some good times down at Little Cheers.
And fucking
And
O'Brien's,
O'Brien's,
man.
yeah.
O'Brien's on Thursday.
That was the Thursday
We're talking
night.
about all this local shit, and everybody listening is like, man, we need to go to Evansville. Like, there's some shit popping off in Evansville.
You really don't.
Them motherfuckers in Australia like, hey, let's go ship on the Bobby down in the bell. 812, here we
You
go.
gotta think most of these memories are from like 5 or more years ago.
Yeah, all of our crowd in the Philippines are like, we need to plan vacation.
Evansville, Indiana, here we come. It's just a fucking swarm.
the parade of Filipinos.
Just
We
fucking
do have casino
We do have a casino. You can come.
on land now. You don't have to get
Yeah.
the water.
No boat. I can't believe the boat's gone. It's so weird driving down there now. And like,
The crazy part is
Boat's
that
just gone.
that all happened when I left. I think it was when I left for Austin to go visit some friends, and I left, came back, and I went down Riverfront for whatever reason, and I was like, "Where'd the motherfucking boat go?" And I didn't realize it was that weekend that it was leaving. It was like, wow, that was weird.
I wonder where they put it at. Like, where's it at now?
It went to another city,
Yeah.
where it was where you can only have shit on the water.
I think it's in Louisiana now. I think.
I don't know where it went.
Damn, son.
'Cause it went to wherever it was like that again, where it can only be on water, so it got reused.
They could have just fucking took tours around the Ohio. Everybody in Evansville like test the Ohio tour out on a fucking.
Well, they couldn't. If you remember, the boat could only go forward and then backward to the dock. Like whenever it first started, it would circle around, but then it was deemed that they were going into Kentucky's water. And
Because like half the river is Kentucky.
right, and so they had to put a stop to that because gambling isn't allowed there.
I didn't know that.
It was-
I mean, I
It was
I
a
knew,
weird
I mean,
fucking.
I thought gambling was allowed in Indiana, but it was in Kentucky because of the Ellis Park.
That's off. That's
no.
it's considered like off-site, but I don't know how they do the Ellis Park thing. It's weird. Like for whatever, the horse betting is fine, but an actual gambling casino is different for whatever reason. You know, because
where Ellis
we couldn't buy alcohol in this state on Sunday until
Recently.
like 4 weeks ago.
Like right where Ellis Park is, isn't that considered Kentucky?
I think so.
That little bit is Kentucky?
Henderson.
Yeah.
It was like right on.
What was that?
There's a bridge. There's Henderson.
All right, Boomhauer. Thanks.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they don't own like this
Dang.
little circle.
Kentucky owns a little piece of Indiana.
It's weird. It's weird.
Take a little piece of my heart now, baby.
Fucking Captain ADD over here.
No, we will.
Great segue from the karaoke to where we were just talking about.
Yeah, king of segues here.
Yeah.
That's where you go. Hey, and our sponsors.
It is on.
Speaking of, I'm wearing their T-shirt right now.
See, I got you right in.
Yeah.
Just, wow.
So,
They sponsor us now?
Curve.
it's kind of a little working deal that I have with them.
Fuck yeah.
So, yeah, give some love to more music here in Evansville, Indiana.
Oh yeah.
Guitars, bass, drums, cymbals, all that, man. They got, I think they even have keyboard
Microphones?
stuff in there. Oh yeah, they got microphones. It's a one-stop shop.
I need to buy me like a microphone like Snoop Dogg.
And they carry mainly Fender, Ibanez, and PRS. Like they're like the number 4 PRS dealer in the US, I think.
Damn.
Yeah, they've got a whole high-end room of guitars. Some of these are like PRS private stock guitars that are like $15,000. And I'm like, how the fuck do you justify having a $15,000 guitar? Like, I don't...
It give me good deed though. I don't know.
But anyway, more music, man. You can check them out at moreguitars.com. If you stop in the shop in Evansville, dude, all the guys that work there are great. They know their shit. They will help you out with whatever you need. I'm usually in there like 2-3 times a week now. No shit. And I should be getting my guitar here in like... It should be coming home here in about 4 weeks.
Nice.
The new Strat. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Stretch. I don't know how to stretch. Finish stretch.
Yep. It's that one too. Yeah. The Jimi Hendrix Monterey.
Oh, the burn on fire.
Yeah.
Has that been on the whole time we were in here?
Haley's at home sleeping right now.
Damn, son. You hear about Gibson?
That's been going on for a while, man. Yeah, Gibson guitars, they're going bankrupt.
Yeah.
Because they did some bad investments. I think if I'm not mistaken, Gibson is in debt. Like, I think the number that I read was $500 million.
Jeez.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, like 550, something like that. Claire from the Hot 96 told me about that.
Let's see. $560 million debt.
Like, how do you go that sideways?
So here, I'm going to read this. This is from Bloomberg.com. It says, beloved guitar maker Gibson faces crushing $560 million debt. CEO stumbled trying to transform company into lifestyle brand. Creditors concerned over August 1st deadline on bond payments. Like the blues giant Robert Johnson, whose mastery of a Gibson guitar was said to be the result of a deal with the devil, the company has come to a crossroads. After 116 years, the devil's knocking on Gibson's door. Debt of as much as $560 million is due this summer, and investors are whispering that Chief Executive Officer Henry Juskowitz has got to go. Juskowitz traded a slice of Gibson's soul in an attempt to become more than just the maker of the world's most beloved guitar. He bought pieces of consumer electronics companies to relaunch Gibson guitars as Gibson Brands Incorporated, a music lifestyle company. It didn't work out as planned. My dream was to be the Nike of music lifestyle, Juskowitz said in an interview. At this point, I have to cut back on that ambition, frankly. Elvis Presley changed history on a Gibson J200. Eric Clapton's famous solo on the Beatles' While My Guitar Gently Weeps was played on a Gibson, and when young B.B. King fled a burning building and realized he'd left his Gibson behind, he risked his life by going back inside to retrieve it. Let me see if I can find any more. Oh, here we go. Juskowitz traded diversification. He bought a line of consumer electronics from Japanese company Onkyo Corp. And in 2014, he added Royal Philips NV's audio and home entertainment business, Wooks Innovations, for $135 million. The purchases fit into Juskowicz's vision for the company future. Not everyone was pleased. Gibson has chosen to go into that market where they're competing with the really big dogs, said Pat Foley, who leads artist relations at Orange Amplifiers. By the way, Orange Amps are fucking sick.
Yeah,
what are you doing? What's
sharing snaps?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Not fucking.
But yeah, so Gibson fucked. Like they're going for bankruptcy. Hopefully it can be saved. I honestly think what'll happen is
Someone's gonna
if that debt gets collected, or if they file the bankruptcy and blah 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 and they have to liquidate everything, whatever they have to do, someone will come in, step in, buy Gibson for pennies on the dollar, take it back,
cut all the stupid
take
shit
it back to the
what it was.
guitar company, and it should be fine. But there was also all of the thing about East Indian rosewood and how the companies were getting, now they've been fined and getting in trouble for cutting down rosewood forests. So now you can't even get actual rosewood fretboards anymore.
Yeah, son.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like now, all of the fretboards are like this ebony, like faux rosewood. There's Palfaro, maple, and a few others. But yeah, like true rosewood fretboards are evidently a thing of the past now. With the exception of the limited stock that some companies still have of rosewood.
You gotta think it's like anything else like that. You can only take it for so long before it's not gonna be there anymore.
Well, and
unless you repopulate it, which I'm sure they're not.
Well, and that's just it. Like if you're doing something like that, especially with growing trees and plants and stuff now, there are systems now where you can rapidly induce the growth of plants and trees and stuff. I mean, yeah, okay, it's not going to be the aged rosewood that you're looking for, but at least start planting to replace, and then maybe it's one of those rosewoods available every 5 or 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, okay, here comes the limited stock of new guitars that are going to have rosewood fretboards.
Which is going to help you even more because
they're going to be... Well, not only that, but you're going to be able to sell those guitars for 3 to 4 to 5 times more than what you would... like.
Not like they don't already. But
well, I mean, like, okay. For an actual... So I have a Epiphone Dot Cherry. That's what Rose is, my guitar Rose. It's an Epiphone Dot Cherry. And I paid right about $400 for it. But the actual Gibson ES335, if I want one of those, I'm looking at $3,000.
Damn, son. That's like almost 7 times. That's more than 7 times as much.
Dude, no, that's like a 1,000% markup almost. I may have that number wrong, but that's crazy. Like, okay, my guitar is $400. These guitars are I paid like, after everything was done, I paid like $380 for it. I got a really good deal. And then here's this guitar for $3,500. It's a guitar. They essentially, yes, okay, so some of the electronics are a little bit better in this one. The wood may be a little bit better. But we're not talking drastic difference here.
No, it's just a name.
It's...
What about that violin, that fucking...
Stradivarius.
That's a whole different world.
You're hold on. Here's the difference. I'll explain what that is.
That's a whole other planet.
So the Stradivarius violins that you're talking about aren't made like that anymore. All of those were hand carved.
Like if you heard
first
the
of all,
sound between it,
to make a guitar or a violin or anything, any stringed instrument like that, to make it by hand, like these guitars are mass produced in a factory. Yes, they are still made of wood, but they have machines that help machine them out to precision, everything, and yes, they're hand built,
That's why
they're not handmade.
That's why all the old ones are worth way more because they were.
Dude, national resonator guitars that were made in like 1927 to like 1932 or 33. National resonator guitars can fetch $10,000, $20,000, $30,000.
That was one thing that was cool about going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame while I was in Cleveland.
Seeing some of the guitars that are in there,
some of the shit,
and you just look at them, and you're like,
yeah, you're
fuck.
like, oh,
I just want to have one of my fingerprints on that guitar, like forever. I just want my fingerprint on it, just to know that it's there. I could never own that guitar.
But a piece of me is there.
even if I won a Powerball and I'm a millionaire, I could never justify buying a $15,000 guitar simply, even if I become a great guitarist, like if my playing is improving every week now, like even from day to day, there are things that I try on Wednesday and I'll get pissed off and I'm like, God damn it, why can't I do that? And I come back Thursday and I do it, and it's like I've been doing it my whole fucking life. Like whatever that rest in between and going to sleep and your brain gets to process it, you come back and now your fingers work the way you want them to and you're able to do this shit. I'm having those kind of leaps every week right now. But even if I were a master guitarist, I don't know that even if I were a millionaire, I can justify a $15,000 guitar. Like, why? That's like...
Not today, no. Back then, yes. Just because...
Well, there was no guitar back then that cost $15,000.
No, but I mean it being like handmade. Just sound quality being totally different. Today,
okay, but here's the thing.
Today
I could have... There are private luthiers. I could have build a handmade guitar for me to my specs. They could do the body design shape that I want, blah blah blah, and I may spend $5,000 to $8,000 for that. Whereas this $15,000, it's still produced in a factory, and there are others like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas for $5,000 to $8,000, I can have a one of a kind that no one else is ever going to get unless I okay it to be built. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, even if I were a millionaire, I don't know that I can justify $50,000. I've seen some guitars listed at like $34,000, and I'm like, what?
Is that on a big part of like who had it though?
No,
it's just
that's just it, man. Some of these nobody's ever owned. You would be the first person to own this guitar.
Oh, see, I figured it was like Slash had owned it or something crazy.
Slash is dope.
Slash is dope.
Slash,
dude, Slash, yeah. Slash.
He makes that shit look easy.
Les Paul, baby. Gibson Les Pauls. Slash is all about that shit.
He just goes up there and does his fucking thing.
Which, there's me again. Like, yeah, I would love to have a Gibson ES335 or a Gibson Les Paul. But at the same time, that Gibson Les Paul that I can get for $3,000 or $4,000, I can get an Epiphone Les Paul for $500 or $600 and spend another $200 to $400 or $500, upgrade all the hardware and electronics in it, and make it the guitar that I want it to be. And still be $2,000 less.
Is there a big like sound quality issue there? Like a sound difference?
Some people say that.
Because I'm sure there is to an extent, but probably not huge. That's why I argue.
Look, okay.
Back in the day, it was way different because each one was actually different.
Here you go. Most people have thoughts about first act guitars. The thing that you can buy at Walmart. Are you just sitting there breathing into the microphone? Jesus Christ, no! So. It is catching every nostril. It's like. Is that your breathing? Do you have asthma? I can barely hear myself.
Let me lay against the
Oh my God.
So tired.
It's killing me. I'm like, every time I'm talking, I hear. And I'm like,
I really want him to get like to the point where he's like nodding off. And he's like, you hear like.
Oh my God. So anyway,
boring the shit out of me.
First act
talking about guitars,
right? Yeah. So here you go. First act guitars. That's the shit you can get at Walmart. Okay, little cheap dinky guitar, and it comes with a little shitty 3 or 5 watt amplifier, and blah blah blah, and a gig bag, and a couple picks, and a guitar cable. And it's like $100, $200, $150 for this shit set. And then I believe it was Eddie Van Halen that I saw in a video someone posted. Like, someone just took this video. They posted this video of Eddie Van Halen. I'm positive it was him playing a first act guitar through a first act amp. And guess what it sounded like? It sounded like Eddie Van Halen playing a fucking guitar. Because it doesn't matter what the guitar is. It matters whose hands it's in.
Yeah. Well, I do know, like,
if you give Eric Clapton a first act guitar, it's going to sound sick. And then you're going to get it home and go, this is shitty. Oh my God.
I mean, I know, like, the biggest difference I noticed even back when I screwed around on a guitar, you can definitely tell a difference between something like that, especially on the fretboard.
Oh, yeah.
Your strings, you don't have to move your finger hardly at all.
If you've played a real fretboard, if you played a real guitar, like a, like a Gibson or a Fender. No. And then those, these cheaper guitars.
Or even the pressure. Even the pressure you have to hit, it's nothing compared to.
Well, and that's just it, man. Those first act guitars, they're not professionally set up. If you were to take a first act guitar, though, to a guitar shop and have them set it up for you, I mean, they're going to they're going to lower the nut height, they're going to fix the bridge height, they're going to fix the intonation of the guitar, and all of a sudden, your $100 guitar is going to play like a $300 or $400 guitar.
That's like you saying, Eric Clapton or Eddie Van Halen. Yeah, he's had his guitar tech touch it.
But no, that's just it. This first act, he wouldn't have. Like, he's literally just standing in a store playing this stupid thing.
I've seen guys, like YouTube videos where random guys will go into guitar and grab like the little kid's fucking
acoustic. And yeah, I watched a video like that where this dude's buddy's recording him playing an acoustic guitar at Walmart, and he's shredding it, man. It's fucking awesome. And I was like, not everyone can do that.
There was some band that did a cover. I don't even remember what the cover. It was off that Punk Goes stuff. They literally played the whole song on like the little kid's like Hello Kitty drum set, like the stupid little guitar. Like that's all it was. That's what they played on for that song.
That's
awesome.
Pretty
funny.
And they made it work, right?
That Leo guy's done it too.
Dude, Leo Maricelli or whatever his last name is. He's
Frog
one of those
Leap
guys.
Studios,
Frog Leap. He's one of those amazing musicians that literally can pick up any instrument and he's off to the races with it.
Dude, when he did that song with his daughter, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
He was playing her Hello Kitty stuff and she was on the video with him. That was pretty good. I don't even remember what that song was. Something like Rihanna or Katy Perry. It was Katy Perry.
I like the Feel Good Inc. video where he's in the bunny costume in the mall playing the guitar. And everybody's just staring at him like, what the fuck? So funny. And then there's when he does AWOL Nation Sail, and it's the little puppets.
Yeah.
It's just the puppets of him and a little devil puppet. This is how I show my love. You would love his videos.
That dude's
Nubs.
good.
Lost me.
Oh, you need to go on YouTube and search Frog Leap Studios.
Frog Leap Studios.
And this guy does metal covers of songs that you would never think could be done metal.
I say my buddy Matt's the one that showed him to me.
Like he did 21 Pilots, Stressed Out. I think it's better than the original.
He's done a lot. Like the first one I heard.
Actually, here, hold on. I got you. Fuck it.
Demonetized. Take it off YouTube.
What?
Fuck it.
I can't remember the first one I heard him do, but it was like you hear it and you're like, damn. And he does everything. He does all of his own instruments. Like he records each one.
Yeah, he plays the drums, he plays the guitar, does the bass, does the vocals. God, he's amazing.
One? His Staying Alive was pretty good too. Turned down for
Mariacholi. That's it.
Despacito, Jesus.
Despacito.
There's the sale one. Eye of the Tiger. He's covered a lot
Here we go.
Of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's been doing it for years, too.
Okay, this is an advertisement.
He actually did I Think You Freak You from Die Antwoord. I haven't heard that
one.
Oh,
that's good. I like that one. I think you freaky in me like you a lie.
Dude, I saw them in Nashville and it was awesome.
I think you freaky and I like you a lie.
Alright, Nubs. Hey.
His Radioactive was really good too.
Somebody got a Mac. They got anal beads on his chin.
His videos are funny.
Oh, Shake It Off. That's the one he did with his daughter. Poker Face. That was a good one.
This is how I show my love. I made it in my mind because I blame it on my ADD, baby.
And he's one of those, he can really make it like straight metal or he can just sing it.
Yeah.
Like he's good either way.
Oh, dude, his screams and growls are sick.
And he can just chill out and just sing it and make it sound good too.
I love that he shows the puppet pushing on the pedal. So yeah, there's that.
Like,
And
dope.
Oh,
He's
hold
good.
on.
Like he's really.
So we got to give you more than one here. Like he's just.
Do the Poker Face.
It does sound better than that.
That one was really good. I think that was one of the first ones I heard. Was that one?
Discover new Dove Men.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
YouTube
good
advertisement.
man, blah blah blah.
We don't for the okay. There you go. That's not our sponsor.
Dove Men Plus Care foaming.
Fuck
body
Duff. I'm zestfully clean.
I'm Nivea all day.
Your Axe. Don't even fuck with us.
No,
You
man.
do that Axe shit.
No, wait, listen, I'm Nivea. I'm fucking,
Before he go in the club, he's like
Burberry cologne. Fuck
All right, see, yeah, there you go. Burberry
all day.
is. Get that burb. Get that burb.
Get that burb on.
I'm all about that burb.
And Old Spice, that's the other one. And shea butter.
As soon as you start smelling cotton candy, it's stripper time though.
Oh my god, I love strippers.
He's badass.
And then, pretty dope.
No, he's good. Yeah.
And then hold on, I'll
Let's do it big, like.
I'm gonna pull up one more.
I'm gonna put that on the snap.
There's a.
When you open
Oh,
that.
you weren't here when we were talking about that playlist last week. The Spotify one I listen to all the time.
Yeah.
It's nothing but he's on there a lot, but it's nothing but punk and rock covers. But punk bands and rock bands covering just everything, like pop songs and country and all that shit. It's I'm trying to bring it up now on Spotify. We talked about it last week. I listen to it all the time because it's just he's on there a ton, and we listened to a couple bands last week, like Affiance's Toto. That was badass.
That was pretty cool.
Affiance is Toto.
Yeah, it's a punk band called
Discover
Affiance.
new Dove
They
Men
covered
Plus
Toto.
Care
And
Oh,
foaming
fucking
body
Dove again.
he's covered Toto too, and it was pretty damn good.
Down
It's so funny how that song has
Africa.
come back so hard right now.
The Africa song?
Like
Africa.
it's like people are fucking loving that song again. Hell, at Sportsman's it was played like twice the other night.
Here you go, Nubs.
They jamming.
And I even called it. I told the people I was hanging out with, I'm like, we're going to get Toto. It's going to happen. And sure enough, fucking happened like 20 minutes late. Yeah, when Matt showed me him, dude, we sat in his garage one day and listened for like 2 hours to just his mix shit. It was like, this is awesome.
We got the podcast life.
Yeah, but Leo ain't gonna get us taken down because Leo's awesome.
Yeah, Leo's cool. Leo will probably be like, thanks for the
Hey,
love,
we're giving you the shout out, bro. Frog Leap Studios.
Love us to the death, bro.
So there's
I
that.
care what you think.
If you use Spotify, hit that playlist.
To the good old days when I'm on the same. I still sleep, but now I'm stressed out.
That's why I say he's such a good mix of just straight like rock and then like that. I don't know what's happening with it, but yeah, go check out that playlist. It's pretty awesome. I don't know why it's like getting retarded.
Yeah. But yeah, man, Dubs, you get a chance. Everybody listening gets a chance. You need to get on YouTube. And actually, I think you can just search Leo Covers, Leo Covers.
Yeah.
And it'll pull up all of his shit. And it's
Definitely subscribe.
he's
to
got
his channel.
he's got over 200 videos.
And he makes new ones all the time.
Yeah, like he brings out new ones almost every week.
Damn, son. I'm check that shit
I've
out.
been following him for a couple years.
Yeah.
I watch that tonight at work.
Oh, if you just put on that playlist and you got headphones or whatever and just drop the phone in your pocket and you just let it play.
Oh,
Fuck.
If you didn't see it before.
What you got?
Pop Gold Punk.
Yeah, that Spotify
Oh, yeah,
playlist.
the
I said
late-
Pop
yeah,
Goes
the
Punk and
playlist.
Metal Covers collection.
I'm gonna check that
It's
out.
really good.
I gotta, I do that when usually I listen to my headphones and shit, drop the phone in the pocket when I'm in my PJs, I'm getting drunk.
But it's
At home.
it's just nothing but punk bands covering pop and country and R&B. Like it's pretty
Oh
damn
man,
good.
I want motherfucking I want Leo to cover fucking 9 to 5 Dolly Parton.
It's almost like that playlist is
Actually-
actually like punk goes pop. Like
I would rather hear Leo do My Baby Takes the Morning Train.
would be-
My baby takes the morning train.
and that playlist gets updated all the time too, because they have new shit on there a lot.
Every day.
It doesn't repeat a whole lot either. Surprisingly, sometimes you get like your Pandora playlist and it repeats all the fucking time. You're like, I'm tired of
Yeah.
this shit.
You gotta like it or dislike it. Like I heard this song 20
No,
times.
fuck. On Pandora, if you like something, I think it ruins the station. Because, I've got like a 7 Dust station. I don't touch that like or dislike unless I just hate like 5 Finger Cunt Punch and Kiss My Ass. I'm going to dislike that shit every time.
5 finger cunt punch. Oh, 5 finger death punch.
I'm going to dislike that shit every time to get it off my damn station. But
You know what's funny?
I used to be the biggest fanboy too on their first album.
I'm not. I was a Moto Grader fan. I was
Yeah.
a Ghost Machine fan. And then when I heard 5 Finger Death Punch, I was like, nope, this ain't Ivan, man. This isn't.
See,
like, I applaud him. Good for you, Ivan. And good for the boys for finding success, in
The
a.
old local boy,
Yeah,
Brandon.
yeah, right. Doing something different. But
It just got old.
it's.
It's played out.
They are very formulaic. They're kind of like the Nickelback of metal. I'll say it. They are, dude.
Oh,
I really
yeah,
liked
yeah,
the
that.
first album. Though. I will have to say,
Everybody
I
loved
really
Nickelback's first album too, and now everybody hates Nickelback.
Dude, if you play something off the first album, a lot of people won't recognize it. Like,
I have a meme.
it was
on
way
my phone.
harder than.
I have a meme on my phone that shows 2 dudes shaking hands. It says, "When you meet a fellow metalhead," and then in the next frame it shows when you find out their favorite metal band is 5 Finger Death Punch, and the first person's washing his hands. Yep, 'cause, dude, like people see me and we talk and they instantly know I'm into metal. But what most people don't realize is I also listen to classical music. I listen to the Rat
yeah.
Pack, Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra. You'll hear a lot of people say I listen to all kinds of music. No, you fucking don't. No, you don't. Because I'll name shit that you'll be like, no, or I listen to all kinds of music except country. And I'm like, look, I don't like pop country, But you'd give me some Waylon, some Merle, some Willie. I'm on it, man.
Country-
That's
country-
real shit. Fuck yeah, man. That's real
I think
shit.
George
It was
Jones.
emotion.
Like, country went sideways after about two. Well, at the same time,
Late
I
90s.
think the same time rap went sideways about 2000s. The 2000s.
Rascal Flatts did country in.
I don't know. Yeah.
Rascal Flatts. Actually,
Florida Georgia shit.
Oh,
That's
God.
just-
I like
God.
some of their songs.
have you seen the video? Hold on. Someone made a video showing, this was like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, the top 10 country songs at the time. Okay? The top 10 in the nation at the time. They stripped out all the vocals and they laid the musical tracks over each other. All 10 musical tracks.
This is all probably the
And they
same.
were all synced up, man. Same beats per minute, same fucking vibe, same key.
That's what
And I
everybody
was
wants
like,
to hear.
oh my God.
That's what everybody wants to hear.
And that's why I can't stand that shit. Like, I couldn't figure out. I was like, why don't I like this? Like,
I don't understand how mumble rap is a thing.
I don't understand it either.
I really, but
know, back in the day-
I'm saying that, but the same person can look at me and say, "I don't fucking understand metal." You can understand, like, there's a big difference there too.
Well,
I
here's the
get
difference with metal. Those motherfuckers actually have talent. Even if you can't understand what they're saying, they have to play those instruments. And that takes talent. Whereas,
That's the bass part.
ooh, I'm so impressed.
Hulk
There's the
mad.
boom.
Hulk go
You
smash.
get the good boom,
Yeah.
'cause you're attached to it.
Hulk Mashka.
But
Well, Kendrick Lamar
when
though.
when it comes to music, like,
He's
music
dope.
is totally subjective. And here's the thing. A lot of people, like my cousin, Jim. Shout out to you, Jim.
Jim, how's up?
Yeah.
Hi, Jim.
He loves Pink Floyd.
I like Pink.
I respect that. I'm not a Pink Floyd fan though. There's a few songs that they have that I like, but
I
I
like
can't
some
just
of it.
I can't sit and listen to Pink Floyd. It's just not my it's not my scene.
Money.
But at the same time, I can sit there and put Creedence Clearwater's greatest hits on and let it play from start to finish, and some people will be like, "This is driving me fucking nuts."
I like a couple of their songs. I just don't know.
Ah,
See, I was a big Zeppelin
Bad
fan.
Moon, dude. Zeppelin,
I
Zeppelin's
fucking love some
fu-
Led Zeppelin.
And you know what's funny? I did not gain an appreciation for Led Zeppelin until like 2007.
Really?
No shit.
That's
I
where
grew up,
graduated.
I was playing guitar as a kid, and everybody's like, "Oh man, you need to listen to Zeppelin and blah blah blah." And I listened to a little bit of it, and I'm like, "This ain't Jimmy."
Jimmy HD.
Yeah. I mean, that's Jimmy Page, but it ain't
Oh.
Jimi Hendrix. And that's when I was a teenager. I discovered Jimi Hendrix. Actually, no, I discovered Jimi Hendrix when I was about 9 or 10. I was going through my dad's like vinyl because we had my dad in our farmhouse. He had a Sansui stereo. It was like top of the line at that time, dude. I mean, it was super expensive. The speakers were loud as shit. And then when I was about 9 or 10, I really started going through like LPs my dad had and stuff. I found Jimi Hendrix, Electric Ladyland. And dude, I'm gonna tell you, the first time I heard Hey Joe, that was the first song I ever heard from Jimmy. Actually, it wasn't Electric Ladyland. It was a weird pressing that he had. But it was Hey Joe was the first song that I heard from Jimi Hendrix, and I was like, ooh, this is different.
I have to listen to that. I haven't heard that.
Hey Joe, where you going with that gun in your hand?
Yeah. See, that was one of those, like, my influence was like Ozzy, Black Sabbath.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
that's what my uncles,
Sabbath
my
was cool.
dad. Hell, some of my best memories, it was like
Foreigner.
my
I
Foreigner
love
was good.
Foreigner.
See,
a lot of people sleep on that, man. Like, they forget how great.
Mine was a
Lou
big-
Graham's voice was amazing.
I was big into Def Leppard. My dad
Dude,
loved some Def Leppard.
I still people.
I
are like,
still remember cruising
Def
around with my
Leppard
dad.
sucks. Def Leppard's the shit, dude.
I remember cruising around with my dad in the little
Seven
S10,
Arms
just
and such.
ripping some Hysteria when it came out. Like, that was the shit.
I was doing the same thing, but in a Chevy Chevette with my dad.
This was an S10,
And if
he
it wasn't
had a
the
custom
Chevette-
painted too, with the maroon and the silver bottom. It was the shit.
if it wasn't the Chevette, we were in my dad's International Scout.
Oh fuck yeah, I love me some Scouts.
I wish he would have never got rid of that.
My brother-in-law
I
still
wanted-
has one.
Oh my god, I want one so bad. International Scout 3 on the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, it was great. And his Scout had a tape player and an 8-track.
Ooh shit.
And the 8-track, that's where my love for Creedence came in. Because my dad had a Creedence 8-track in there, and every time I would get in, like when my dad would come to pick me up, I would take whatever was in there out and grab the Creedence and put it in, and I wanna know Have you ever seen?
Yeah, that's where I came from. It was like the Creedence. And like Hysteria was my first. The
Allman Brothers.
I have that on LP.
Yeah,
I've got that on
that.
everything because that was the first thing I remember really listening to with my dad was that. I've listened to plenty.
You know the
before
Allman
that.
Brothers. I'm not gonna let them catch me, no. I'm not gonna let them catch the Midnight Rider.
Yeah, I got
Yeah, you know the commercial with the money guy riding the motorcycle.
Fuck that. That shit's in the Devil's Rejects, dude.
Geico commercial?
Yeah, it is in that, yeah. But it's all.
I knew you would know that.
That song's best use is in Devil's Rejects.
Oh yeah,
It's great.
Oh yeah, I remember Devil's
but I knew
Rejects.
he would know the Geico commercial.
I seen Devil's Rejects though. It's been a while since I seen it.
That could have been hit or miss. I know you watch TV.
Like another guy that I was really big into, like that I got into as a young kid, was Jim Croce.
Yeah.
Like the pine trees lining the winding road, I got a name.
Okay.
I got a name.
Yeah, I know that one.
Dude, bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn
town.
Yeah, dude. He's
Bad
Jim
man
Croce,
in
like Jim
town.
Croce and Creedence go hand in hand for me. Like in my mind, like music, compartmentalizing music. Creedence, Jim Croce, they're like right there together. Same with like Leonard Skinner, stuff like that. But then on the metal side, like I hate this. Yeah, when people are like, "Oh yeah, I'm into metal too," and they'll say things like, "I love Five Finger Death Punch and Disturbed," and I'm like, I try to be nice, but immediately I want to go, "You're naming everything that's not metal."
The Disturbed first.
I like metal. Yeah, I like.
When he was still screaming, it was
Disturbed's first album was awesome. You know who
I
else's?
wore that motherfucker.
You know who else's first album? Well, we'll say the first known album. Their first two albums were badass, and then all of a sudden, their corporatization fucked them up. Stained.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
See, a lot of people only know the "It's been a while"
fuck
and all
no.
this bullshit.
Aaron
You go
Lewis
back to
can-
Mud Shovel. You go back to Raw. The song "Raw."
Fucking Aaron Lewis can fucking growl with the best of them.
Scream his
Motherfucker
ass
can
off.
get some.
And the first two albums, "Tormented" and "Dysfunction," are nothing but angry. There's pain.
Anyone that knows him as a country artist can lick his ass because
God.
he came from just raw.
Country Boy. That's the one I think.
Well, that's like Hootie. You had Hootie and the Blowfish
dude.
and now Darius Ruckers.
I
doing
remember
country.
going
It's like what?
Wagon wheel.
I remember going to.
wagon wheel.
I remember going to a concert. It was with Ian and Danielle, and he came here with someone else that they were wanting to see, and I went. We were up on the party deck. Hootie comes out, does his thing. It's dead silent. I'm like, Hootie! And it fucking yelled, and he's like, "Yep." I was like, "Yes, fuck country."
Hootie.
Cracked rearview mirror.
Yeah,
That album
was great.
Awesome.
It was like, there's a lot of stuff you look at and they're kind of guilty pleasures because you're like, God, this is so mainstream. Like, this is just what
But
the
Hootie
radio
was awesome.
This is
though.
what the radio told me to like. But at the same time, a lot of the love that I have for music came from shit that the radio told me I was supposed to like. But you only got one song from the radio, and then you found out, oh man, these people are okay.
That's back when you bought the album and actually listened to the album.
You know what I love?
Decided what to skip.
I love A Day to Remember because I love how they duped people. They duped A Day to Remember duped everyone. Their radio hits were like the
they're fucking savage.
What's the
live?
Like All My Friends or what was that song? What's the fucking
Oh, my rowdy friends are coming.
No, shut the fuck up. Oh my God, I want to stab you in the face.
Hank Williams,
what
man.
the fuck? How are you? Oh, Jesus.
Now I really want to overlay.
I
want to overlay that with the Day to Remember and just blow people's
What
heads
just
apart.
happened? What?
God damn it. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I like Hank.
No, their hits were like the
hold on. Wait.
Everybody sing it.
Hold on, this is an advertisement. I'll kill this real quick. Hold on, wait, let's see what this is. Incoming metal playlist. On Vivo. Alright.
I hate this.
Yeah, this is it.
That's it.
This is what they duped everyone with.
All my friends don't give a fuck and tell me that it's just bad luck. When will I find where I fit in?
So this is how they duped people. And everybody heard this song on the radio, and then they bought the album, and it has stuff like this.
Play the drop
Hold
out
on,
of that.
wait, no, this.
That's the best drop
Right
on
here.
the planet.
This right here.
Disrespect your surroundings. Raw.
I've been in
Here
that
you go.
pit. It
Hey,
gets
Nubs,
stupid.
listen. Fight. Same band, same album.
This group is when I about died at Rock on the Range about 6 years ago.
Oh, I can imagine.
I was like, I'm gonna get as close as I can fucking get, and I was. I'm like 8 feet from the stage, like 4 rows back, hot as fuck out. And whenever they start that initial surge, have you ever been to a metal show?
Oh, yeah.
You move 4 feet forward when the band starts. You have room, and then you don't. And the pit fucking erupted. I've still got a video somewhere where I'm like passing people over me.
Time out. Time out. Hold on. This part right here.
Dude,
Fucking vicious.
find just the drop from Mr. Highway.
What's
That's
name
the
of this band?
greatest. A Day to Remember.
Day to Remember?
Just the drop from A Day to Remember when they
Disrespect your surroundings. Raw.
that thing when that hits, they were asked to stop playing that song live because it got too
Oh
fucking
yeah,
retarded.
dude. It's so anti.
It would
How
get-
far into it is that?
A little bit over halfway. Because it gets real soft and then just
Yeah, like right here.
yeah. But yeah, that initial surge happened. I'm passing people over and get hit face to face with a crowd surfer, hit the ground, and this motherfucker your size picks me up with one hand. He's like, "Dude, are you okay?" I was like, "I don't know, dude.
I
It's
think
right
it's
here."
coming.
Yeah, it's right after
Yeah.
this verse. But they stopped. They asked them to stop playing this live because too many people were getting hurt. It would just get fucking stupid.
Here we go.
But the year at Rock on the Range, they actually played this. They're like, "Fuck you, security, handle it."
There.
Right here, dude. This is the hit. Shout out to Elliot and John Dave because this was our shit right here.
Disrespect your surroundings.
Oh shit!
If you don't go savage right
dude,
there,
yeah.
right here.
It's just barbarian life, man.
Holy shit!
Get out alive.
And those lyrics right there, you won't make it out.
Yeah, you want to talk about a pit that looks like they crammed
Oh,
3,000 people into the Thunderdome and let them duke it out.
that's
right
what
there.
happened.
Yeah.
They, like I said, they told him to stop because it was just getting way too hard.
I'm gonna look them up, man. Damn.
But the video
Yeah.
the video on my phone, I get shoved into the pit, and I've got a death grip on my phone. All you see is my phone just going around like this, and me trying to get the fuck back out. I'm too old for this. I'm too old for this.
We're going to go over the hour and a half a little bit because I'm going to share a few other things.
But A Day to Remember is fucking hard as hell.
Hold
But
on.
a lot of people hate them because they're like, oh, they're mainstream. Like, they go fucking hard.
They go hard. That was hard. I only heard two.
All
All
right.
right. That was hard.
You want to hear one of the baddest intros to a song ever?
Devil Wears Prada is pretty good too.
This-
but
hold on.
They're an actual Christian metal band.
This band is called Immure. The song is called Demons with Ryu.
They're playing a Rock on the Range this year.
Oh,
I'm pretty
God.
fucking excited about it. I've seen them.
So check this. What he screams in the beginning is Tatsumaki Senpoken. That's the fucking hurricane kick from Street Fighter that Ryu and Ken do. Check this.
That's where all those little cocksuckers came in doing the
Here you
fucking
go.
fist swing.
Check
and the
this.
And Muir's fucking hard as
Oh,
fuck.
they're bad.
I was pissed that I had to pay to see Five Finger Death Punch to see them the last time they were here, but I went and saw them. They're cool as shit to hang out with too. They'll talk to everyone.
I figured.
They're fans, like they will sit and hang out with fans as long as you want to hang out with them.
And this is cool too. I love this. Now, I'm going to jump it forward.
But see, this is like the same shit that the people that love mumble rap don't understand. Like, oh, I don't. Fuck that. I'm like, what's the difference? You like shit you can't really understand. We like shit we can kind of understand. I do think it's funny when people will call like a metal festival a bobblehead convention. Because I mean, really. But if you're not moving, you're not there.
Oh, here we go. So here in a minute, he screams Shoryuken.
Yeah, they're more on the harder side.
Oh yeah. See, and this is what I tell people when they're like, "Oh, I listen to metal. I like Five Finger Death Punch and Disturbed." I'm like, I listen to a Muir breakdown of Sanity, Parkway Drive, shit like that. Whitechapel. Oh man, Whitechapel will kick your balls.
Motionless in White.
Motionless in White is the heir apparent to Marilyn Manson.
Motionless in White.
They're fucking awesome. That kid is brilliant. Like they are doing. They basically have picked up. Manson now doesn't do so much of the theatrical side, and it seems like Motionless in White, we're like, okay, we'll pick up that mantle. And he even looks like a young Manson.
I'm gonna see Manson in Naptown with Rob Zombie.
Oh, I want to go to that.
I want to go too. So does Haley wants to go too.
Well, or no, are you going to Indy or St. Louis?
Indy.
There's one in Nashville too.
Yeah, but see that one's on a weekday.
Yeah.
The one on St. Louis is a Sunday night.
He's in Nashville.
That's a weekday too.
No, weekend.
You sure?
It's like I think it's a Saturday.
That tour, the Kings of what are they calling that tour?
I don't even know. Kings of Horror or
Monsters of Horror or something.
So, yeah, something like that.
Those two together would be killer though.
I've seen Rob Zombie
and Slayer's Final Goodbye. I want to go to that tour.
Rob Zombie is cool to see, but I went to see White Zombie 14 times.
Is White Zombie Rob Zombie's band?
That was before
he broke off and just became Rob Zombie.
Dude, that was our walkout song in football.
White Zombie
was fucking killer.
Stage show.
Even Zombies is pretty damn good. I mean, not as good as White Zombie. Yeah, but that's where he came from.
Right, Rob Zombie is good. White Zombie though had huge, elaborate stage sets, and Rob wasn't on stage when the rest of the band would start. And like, I'll never forget Electric Head Part 1.
Fuck yeah.
They started with that. And then when it kicks in and he just comes dancing out onto the stage, just growling and shit. Dude, from start to finish, the whole crowd lost their fucking
minds. That entrance is pretty fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Because it's just keeps building and building. Just
it's crazy.
Yeah, we walked out to the football field to White Zombie back when I was in high school. If you don't get fucking psyched walking out to that shit, you're not going to.
Yeah.
You're dead inside.
It's like at that time, that Pantera.
Oh,
fucking
dude! If Dimebag hadn't got killed on stage, they would still be fucking shredding.
Well, I mean, he was with Damage Plan. He and Vinny were with Damage Plan then. But I honestly think if Dimebag hadn't died, we would have seen a Pantera reunion.
Oh fuck yeah, we would have.
Like I think that they finally would have put their shit behind them. And, Rex, Vinny, Dime,
you know
and
how
Phil.
big that would be right now if that could happen?
Fuck. There would be nothing. That's all anybody would be talking about.
I was real sad when Static died because you know what was supposed to happen that year? It was supposed to be Power Man 5000 and Static X tour that year.
Which is Rob Zombie's little brother, Spider.
That would have been a killer
You know that,
tour.
right?
Yeah.
The Power Man 5000, the lead singer is Rob Zombie's little brother.
Awesome fucking tour. Yeah. And I was sad when because it was that year.
Man, Wayne Static. I just remember
he was a crazy motherfucker.
No,
that was our first year at Rock on the Range.
Here's my opinion. Wayne Static was kind of a bitch because when I lived in Vegas, I think it was OBC4, our big concert that we did every year at Sam Boyd Stadium out there. outdoor show. It's the UNLV football field. And everyone, like, dude, it was Static X, Run DMC, Aerosmith. Like,
Whoa.
it was just this huge, eclectic mismatch of huge fucking bands. It was killer. And keep in mind, it's inside the bowl. It's like 113 degrees. And we're in the sweltering sun, dude.
It's like Rock on the Range at the soccer.
Oh, you're in the goddamn desert, man. It
fucking
sucks.
hot.
Well, then
yeah.
all of us on the field get into a water fight with everyone in the stands, and everybody's bombarding each other with water bottles. And we lowered the temperature by 30 degrees inside the bowl, throwing water. Static X comes out. We're still throwing water bottles. We're having a great time. Like, the crowd, basically, it's now become a huge water fight of us versus them. Like, who's on the field and who's in the stands. And we just have a soundtrack. That's all it is now. Like, we've got bands to play our Armageddon, water fight.
That'd be fucking dope.
It was fucking hilarious. And then Wayne Static apparently got hit with a water bottle while they were playing. They're like 2 songs in. And he did the dumbest thing I have ever heard or seen anyone in his position do. He stops in the middle of the song, makes his band stop, and he goes, "If I get hit with another water bottle, we're leaving the stage." 6,000 people turned and fired water bottles all over the stage. It took them 30 minutes to clean it up, and they ran off the stage. And then the next group up was Run DMC, and they couldn't have given a fuck less. Run DMC was more metal than Static X when it came to dealing with water being thrown on their turntables, all their shit.
I've been in a situation like that at Deer Creek back when it was actually Deer Creek.
Deer Creek,
the
man,
fucking sod throwing. People in the fucking lawn throwing sod down. I mean, it was like a rain of dirt. And I don't remember who it was. I have
the best reaction I've ever seen.
I don't remember who it was. It might have been Disturbed. It might have been... He's like, if you guys don't stop throwing dirt, we're going to stop or we're not going to play. It never stopped.
The best reaction I've ever seen to that was at Woodstock.
I left
the first jump of Woodstock again, 95. Green Day is on stage, and it's just a mud pit. It rained the whole goddamn time, and people are flinging mud and the sod and everything. And one lands on Billy Joe's guitar while he's playing, and he pulls it off the guitar and puts it in his mouth and keeps playing. Best reaction ever.
That was pre-weird ass drug rehab. Billy Joe.
Well, yeah, man, he was coked out of his mind.
Now he didn't give a shit.
Right. I hope you had the time of your life. I did when you were on drugs, Billy.
Dookie was awesome.
Yeah.
Go back there.
Yeah. Can we hold him down and just mainline the heroin into him?
Like, dude, Dookie is still one of my favorite albums of all time.
It's fucking great.
Lonely road.
No.
I love that song. I love that song.
That was way after Dookie.
No, we're talking like Basket Case, Longview.
Longview.
I've never heard any of those.
Yes,
when masturbation lost its fun, you're fucking breaking. Bite my lip and close my eyes. Take me away to paradise. I'm so damn bored, I'm going blind and I smell like shit. I got no motivation. Where is my motivation? You don't know this? You know the sometimes I give myself the creeps. That's the album, man. That's the Dookie was
the first view. That was Longview. Second, Basket Case.
And then also when I come around.
Oh, that was it right there.
Yeah,
that was the radio hit right there.
I know that one. Yeah. So I gotta go back and listen to Duke.
That's all that album. Like that all came off of that album.
Damn, man.
It's great.
I'll check those out.
And at the same time is when Offspring Smash
that
came
was like
out.
94.
Oh,
dude,
Offspring.
I was so fucking excited to see them come back at Rock on the Range. It
Were they
was
not good?
fucking
Or was it
awesome.
Was
like
it?
they fucking
Offspring?
killed every
Dude.
I think they were the greatest thing all weekend.
Dexter
It was
Holland's
fucking
voice is amazing.
And they acted like they hadn't missed shit
Nope.
in 15 years and just came out and fucking killed it. I was so fucking excited.
Offspring still to this day is one of my favorite bands. Like, they can do no wrong.
And their stuff, you don't realize it was them. Like, they would start a song, I'm like, holy shit, that was the Offspring. Like, this is awesome.
Like, and the thing is, if you go through the Offspring's albums, there's not much that changes from album to album, man.
No.
They kept the same style, and they're like, this is who we are.
But it was
This is
still
what we
just
do.
good. Like they didn't.
Yeah.
It never got boring like it does today. I think
Well,
today.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Today bands don't really change that much, but it
no,
gets
they lose
boring.
the fire.
It gets
when
boring
they
after
become
a while.
Aaron Lewis. He became rich, became famous, lost all the fucking
He
angst.
sounds familiar.
Stained.
Okay.
And
What we were just talking about.
and then singing country now. And
Okay.
what?
Country boy can't survive. I know it's like this is not. I
Sold
know,
my soul to the devil in L.A. Yeah, and you
Yeah.
became rich, you fuck. Shut up.
Dude,
I'd sell my soul for a Twinkie right now.
when he does
Son of a bitch.
some of his live shows, he
Strawberry
does go
field.
back and play some shit. He gets to
the last
screaming,
time,
people are just like,
I
"What the
saw
hell is this?"
Stained, they literally did 2 songs off of Dysfunction.
Yeah, they don't.
And
do
I
a
was
whole
like,
lot.
okay, I'll never spend another dime on a
Yeah,
Stained
they
ticket.
don't go back to old stuff
Nope.
very often.
Nope. It's been a while, and
But I'll tell you
and fucking, all this just
a lot of people
sappy
shit
bullshit.
on Korn too,
I like Korn.
but
I didn't like their last album, but
no.
but
you
the
gotta go back
first
to
like
old
the
shit.
first 4 albums of
first-
Korn, they were hard as shit.
But the
Freak on a
first one,
Leash, I like that one.
when they started the CD or started the album at 11, and the first 10 songs were just 5-second silence.
yeah.
When they toured with Slipknot the last time, that was the 25th anniversary of Follow the Leader, and they literally stood in silence up there, just like the fucking album, and played the album straight through. That tour,
Oh,
they
wow.
played Follow the Leader straight through, just like the album.
See that
And fucking
that would
killed.
be- yeah, that's,
I was
that's
so
awesome.
pissed off that I didn't go to that tour because they stood in silence just like the album, and just stood there.
I'm gonna tell you
And
too.
anyone
right
that knows
now,
the album's like,
like we've got me and Dirt Nap got Knubsie hooked on some Clutch. Clutch is badass.
I've seen them a few times.
That's
the range.
the most I've seen a band 18 times now.
We got it next
And-
time they come. They're going around. We got
Fuck yeah! Oh yeah!
God damn it.
Ooh. Oh yeah!
I'm trying to find Bill Street to Oblivion, but I don't know if it's an album or a fucking song.
It's an album.
It's a whole album?
Mhm.
Okay.
See, I haven't listened to them a whole lot. I've seen them at Rock on the Range. Like, I've walked over, just because of you talking about them,
Dude.
I walked over to listen to them, but I haven't heard a whole
And
lot.
you notice they don't have much in the way of a stage set.
Oh, hell no.
But they're
It's just
exciting
them.
as fuck. Like Neil Fallon,
Yeah.
he's almost 50. He's almost 50, and he is energetic. He just looks like a dirty trucker, and he's fucking
Tell you what,
awesome.
someone who has an unreal stage presence now that's still relevant, Amon Amarth. Holy
Dude, you can't get past
shit.
Viking metal, man.
Holy shit.
I'm on a
They,
mark.
they have a fucking sword duel on
Yes.
stage.
Yes.
It's
Like,
fucking
those guys,
awesome.
they're not-
They roll a fucking boat
it's
out.
not a gimmick for them.
That is
It's not a
dope.
gimmick. It is all.
Oh, it's fucking
it is,
awesome.
It is.
They
It
straight
is the
Viking.
Norse Scandinavian heritage.
Yeah,
Yes,
and they're straight up dressed.
They're
Like-
from like Denmark
Yeah.
or Finland or
They, they come out dressed. They are fucking Vikings.
and they literally look like at any moment they could drop their instruments, pick up axes and swords, and come after you.
and they do
take over
like
London.
during one of
They're
their songs.
huge.
It's about like a battle, and they literally bring two
all
guys
of
out
their
and do a
songs are
sword
about a battle.
Well, yeah, but they actually have a fucking sword battle. Two guys with swords coming out and battling on stage.
Yeah,
That's dope right
It's
there.
fucking awesome.
That is dope right there.
yeah, they're badass.
And
Lindy.
Ghost is fucking killer too.
Radnar. That's who it is in the Viking show.
Ghost is
Have you seen all the new shit with the new lead?
new lead.
Remember, they've killed the first three.
Well,
It's the
right,
same
right.
dude.
Yeah, he does the transition.
same
into,
guy. But-
what is he now?
But now, fuck, it means, I looked. A lot of people have been talking about it. The meaning of his name means the wrong one, or the fuck.
Yeah, look it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Sorry,
Ghost.
fans, I'm looking.
Ghost is kind of weird, and you may have to listen.
But they're so
a
fucking
couple
good.
times. Yeah, you may have to listen a couple times to really be like, man, what? Like, you have to get past the what is this? But then when you get past that, and you're like, dude, this guy's brilliant. Like, it is pure, like Satanist, like Levian style Satanist, and
They're all dressed up like priests.
He's the Black Pope. Like
Oh.
and they're like his face is painted like a skull. Well, he does a different design for each incarnation because basically the lead singer gets killed off periodically, and but it's still him. He just assumes a new persona.
The first ones were
crazy.
Papa Emeritus.
Yeah.
That was the first 3. It was 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
And the third one just died. And now it's a Cardinal Copia. But in the thing, Copia means not the one.
Right.
But I just read the other day their new tour, because they just dropped a new album. That's why they have the new
I'm
lead.
definitely going to have to get that.
But during the tour, if you do the VIP meet and greet, they are going to have the bodies of the first 3. They've literally made... They're going to do a viewing. It's a viewing of the bodies.
Of the popes.
Of the popes. And they're going to have them in the VIP meet and greet. That's fucking awesome. That tells you how far that band goes to
man.
make it legit.
Well, aren't there like no pictures of him without makeup?
No.
Yeah.
That's why people that don't know Ghost don't know if it's the same guy or not.
Right.
Because it's
Like
all painted faces.
He is all about secrecy of his personal life and everything. They all are. And they're very protective, and they don't allow pictures to be taken of them out of makeup. Any of that shit, man. It's like they're dedicated.
But it's so cool how they how they keep it. Like they legitly go with the story and make it right. That's why I'm really curious as to how this plays out, because he comes in whenever they do, because every year, every time one dies, they do like the whole ceremony where he's walking in to get crowned. And this year he comes in like this little punk ass pop singer with the fucking boombox on his shoulder playing the oh, like the chant. He comes up, gets in front of the Papa, plants it on the ground, fucking hits pause. He's like, all right, what's up? Is it me or not? It's like, and any fan's like, what the fuck just happened? And he's like, all right, we're all in agreement. It's me. Cool. Yep. Picks up the thing, hits play again. Oh, just turns around and walks back out. So that's why they're saying this one's like the jokester. But supposedly they're going to have one come out and fight him for it. Like that's kind of the what people are thinking is going to happen.
It's like a fucking play happening.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
it's
what they
very
are.
much a production.
Very much.
Very much.
And Avatar's the same way.
Yeah.
They come out in their fucking sideshow stuff.
Full gear.
He comes out with the full fucking gear on.
Well, that's the way, like, I felt so fortunate that I got to meet Guar before Odaris died. Like, I got to meet all of them out of costume. And it's weird. Like, it was totally weird. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, can you go put the costumes back on? Because this is really freaking me out. But, yeah, man, like, they were another band. There weren't many photos or shit of them without their makeup and gear on. And
So they're keeping kayfabe.
yeah, pretty much, man. All right. Well, we've burned almost an hour and 50 minutes, man. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
we get talking about music.
Oh,
It's
gee,
over.
yeah.
We
This
go
is
for
a whole
days.
music episode.
Yeah. Well, I think we gave the crowd some homework to
Check out. Yeah.
get into.
Carlos Santana.
Santana's fucking great.
I love him.
All right. For the Bulldog Unchained podcast, I am the king of villains, Bulldog Malenko, along with Tucker Harvey
What's up?
and Knubsie Slow.
It's your boy.
We'll be back next week. Actually, Tucker, are you here next week?
Yes. It'll be before the races. Rock on the Range would be the next weekend.
Okay. All right. Cool. Take it easy.
Show's over, motherfuckers.